Hi, I am Amy, creator of Eyes of the Story, and here I am joined today for the beginning of Dry Eye Awareness Month with two internationally renowned eyelid and cosmetic surgeons from London, Professor Jonathan Roos and Dr. Rachna Murthy. Thank you for joining me today. And this is actually the kickoff of a series of many conversations that we will be having. But I would like to welcome you so we can kind of begin our journey educating really the world about the importance and unmet need for eye safe cosmetics. So, welcome.
Thank you, Amy. I think I speak for Rashna and myself when I say we're delighted to be on with you today. We have found that the knowledge we gained from being able to contribute to the TFOS report has been instrumental in improving our outcomes for eyelid surgery and also being able to better counsel the people who present to us with dry eye disease. I think until this TFOS report started being produced through this massive international collaboration, which you've so valiantly spearheaded, we, or at least I, was not aware of the massive impact that cosmetics can have on the ocular surface. And being able to now offer patients guidance and also the opportunity to try better products that have been created with care, such as the Eyes of the Story products. We've had really positive feedback from some very famous people in our clinic, and we couldn't be more delighted to be here tonight with you.
Thank you, Jonathan. But before we go too far into that subject, what I would like to interject just for our listeners out there is what exactly is this TFOS report that you are addressing? So TFOS, world-renowned organization that focuses on tear film and ocular surface in front of the eye diseases, actually recently just published a report that took almost 3 years to compile. And there were 158 experts from around the world and coming from 38 different countries who focused on how our lifestyle choices are impacting our eye health, which included an entire report within the report on cosmetics and how cosmetics can impact our eyes, our vision, our daily life, our quality of life. So how our beauty, hygiene, and anti-aging products can compromise our peepers. And Professor Roos and Dr. Murthy, you were part of this landmark report, and it's absolutely incredible because in your career, you see this, how cosmetics can impact the diagnosis, treatment, management of eye diseases. And so, Dr. Murthy, could you tell us a little bit more about this report and why this TFOS report is so important in terms of the cosmetics report? And let's start from there about this report. Why is it so important that people understand what was just published and how is it going to impact your practice and the practice of your colleagues?
Okay, so I'm just going to take a little step backwards because as a consumer as well as a doctor, I have been applying makeup to my eye area, periocular area, to my face from a very early age. And I know it's a minefield out there because we'll go into a store and we'll pick up something that we want to use around our eyes, and we won't know what it's doing. First of all, other than enhancing our eyes, we won't know what ingredients are in the packages. And we don't really know what those ingredients are going to be doing in terms of harm. And so it's really exciting for us to be involved in this initiative because for the first time, we trawled through all the literature that's published on ingredients that go into these cosmetics. And we're able to sift through the rubbish and actually find out the evidence-based research for products that are safe and for products that are actually harmful. And so we're able to, for the first time, be able to share this information, not just with eye care professionals, but to general consumers. So I can walk into a store now and say, well, actually, I don't want to be using this anymore. It states this ingredient, and this ingredient can actually be quite harmful in many ways.
It's very important what you say about how this report is based on peer-reviewed research. So this report that was published wasn't based on ideas or concepts or theories. It's actually based on published science. And therefore, the recommendations that were made from this report that we will share with all of you that will be basically translating from science into, say, human speak, is based on published science. So we will be debunking the myths that are floating out there about cosmetics and ingredients and application practices, and again, what we're using and how it would be good to really tweak and adapt our routine so we can be eye safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting because this is a huge amount of work, a huge body of work. It's taken us, over 3 years to get it from initiation to getting it into publication. And so it's really exciting for us to be able to share that information now. And I think this is a critical time because everybody is wanting to be more aware about safe beauty. So gone are the days of clean beauty. It's now all about safety, and we're able to share some of that information.
Exactly. And Dr. Roos, just again, we have Professor Roos. We have so much to talk about, but I wanted right now to just give a little bit of introduction to what we will be discussing, because again, we will be taking this cosmetics report and translating all the sections so everybody can understand, both eye care professionals and, really consumers, about cosmetics. But could you give us one takeaway from your experience about this report? Could you give us one takeaway that can kind of give us a little bit of, say, an inside story, a little bit of excitement? What do we have to look forward to in our translation?
One of the frustrating things about the cosmetics arena is that cosmetics are not at all heavily regulated the way medicines are. And so while Rachna says that you can walk into a store and pick up something that you think will be suitable for your sensitive eye, the truth is that there's very little science behind some of the claims that are made. And so you'll have a number of companies saying suitable for this, suitable for sensitive eyes, suitable for dry eyes. But then when you actually look at the ingredients, and I think that's the purpose and the whole gist behind this report, is to empower consumers. Because when you look at the ingredients, if you're a consumer who's ill-informed, you'll pick something up, think, oh, this will be great for my sensitive eyes, and then find that actually it's still harming your eyes, they're still uncomfortable. Rachna and I see some very famous people in our clinic, including actresses, who have found that it's difficult for them to continue wearing makeup, which they require to do for their job. But when they have become sensitized to some of these ingredients, it can be incredibly difficult for them to carry on. And one of the joys of contributing to this report has been that we've been able to clearly identify through the peer-reviewed literature which ingredients are more likely to cause harm. And we've been able to direct our patients to products that are free from those additives, and therefore had beautiful feedback from people saying, this is the first time I've been able to wear makeup in years, and I'm so grateful. And I think we have you to thank a lot for that as well, Amy, because even though that wasn't the gist of the conversation straight off, you've been, in addition to heading up the TFOS report, you've also been, putting in your blood, sweat, and tears into the Eyes of the Story makeup range, which is based on the recommendations of the TFOS report in part. And being able to offer that to our clients who are, people who are in the public eye and who can't be seen to have streaming eyes on the red carpet, for them, this has been a real game changer. And we're very grateful to have been able to both contribute to your work, but also benefit from it for our patients.
And I'm grateful that you're both part of the TFOS workshop and published with the report with us. And I very much look forward to continuing our conversation, because there is quite a story to share about the subject of eye safe cosmetics and safe practices using cosmetics. And you can also explain to us even procedures, because cosmetic procedures can also impact our eye health. So we will be continuing this discussion. And I thank both of you for taking the time to be with us here and be part of Team Eyes.